and sit down.
Well, good morning, everyone. How are you? Yes, I'm on at 7:30 instead of 8:30, and it's not because I'm playing Mr. Taxi today. My daughter does work, but not till this afternoon. It's because we were informed yesterday that we're going to have a power outage for some technical reason. The electrical dudes came over and said that you guys are going to lose your power for a specific amount of time in the morning, starting at about 9 o'clock. And I was like, well, I don't want that to happen during a live stream, so I'm going to get on the business now. So that's why I'm here now. Thank you for joining me. Devil Flyer, get ready, get set, go, blast off. JP Roca, what is up? 6:30. Well, thank you for being up and joining me. I appreciate it, as always. I hope you guys have liked the book reviews and flip throughs I've been putting up. When I can't live stream, I want to at least put something up on the channel every day for you guys to check out. And I figure, you know what? I've got an extensive book collection, as you can see behind me. So why not share some of the books from my collection? And you might find some stuff that you like. It is not a gas outage. So I thought we would look at some pencils from Earth 2. Earth 2 I did back, and JP loves the book reviews. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Like I said, I know I go to websites, or I should say channels, where people do flip throughs of books like that, and that's where I got the idea. And I've seen book flips like that and have been like, you know what? I want to go buy that book. So that's why I do them. Captain America is bald. Yeah, under that mask, the hair comes off too. So I thought I would do go through some of the Earth 2. Earth 2 is a book I worked on back in, I'm trying to remember, 2014 maybe. I don't remember. I was called, and it was right before. What was it before? Now I don't even remember. It was 2014, I think. Maybe late 13. But I just remember them saying, hey, do you want to do these 6 issues? And I was like, yes. And the unfortunate part of the stuff was I got on to do the 6 issues, but I don't know if I ever did one complete issue. I think I did one full issue of Earth 2 out of the 6. And the rest I had to break up with different artists because the book was so far behind schedule when I got on it that there was no way I could do all 20 pages of each book. So I said, well, guys, I really want to do this stuff, but I'm not gonna be able to do every page, all the full issues. And they were like, that's fine. That's fine. We've kind of planned for that. And I was like, okay, well, so that's good. Some of them are going up in price. Oh, well, that's cool. Hopefully it's some that I worked on. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. All right, so I started with issue 27. Let's share the screen. Let me zoom this out some. Well, this is zoomed in some, but I started with 27. I think I did the majority of this book. I did all the superhero stuff. There were pages in this book that were drawn by another artist that were what would I say? Ordinary people type stuff. I guess. I don't know. I drew the superhero stuff in this story. It started with page 5 for me, and I got a nice cool splash page of the heroes as they're going to this is this a real building? I think this is a real building. There's this collider that's underground. I want to say I was able to reference this, but who cares? I got to draw Earth 2 Batman, Earth 2 Superman. Is it Valzad? I can't remember his name. Huntress, Power Girl, and the female Red Tornado. So I got to draw some cool characters here. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I knew that one went up in value, and I don't own that one, and I didn't draw that one, unfortunately. So anyhow, got to introduce the story in a very cool way here, drawing these characters. So that was fun. Drawing these different versions of the characters was fun. So I can say, hey, I got to draw, Earth 2 Batman, and I got to draw the Black Superman and stuff. So that was cool. Then we bounce to we go inside the complex. Oh, come on. Are you seriously freezing up on me right now? Here we go. Could be. I don't think that's the reason. Hold on. Let me do something here. Earth 2 is a good story. Valzad. Yes. That's what I thought. Their loss. I agree. Dope pages. Thank you. And don't worry, you're going to see more of them. I just need to pull up a different file here because I think the file size on these might be what's slowing things down, and I don't want that. So, oh, that opened rather quick. Yeah, this seems to be working better. All right. There we go. So, yeah, so this was fun. They go down into this complex that's kind of in shambles here, a little in ruins and stuff. You can see the first panel walking down a dark stairway. So I got to have fun playing with the cross hatching. I want to say the inker on this stuff was Trevor Scott, who I thought did a really nice job over me. Somebody I never worked with before. By the way, I was going through my closet the other day, cleaning stuff, and I found I actually made for conventions these Earth 2, let me full screen myself, Earth 2 booklets right here. And they show, it says Andy Smith's art of Earth 2. And it goes through different issues, not just all the same one. And it basically I just show pencils from different issues here. This is a whopping 20 pages. I show some character designs in the back that I did because I had to make up some characters like right here. And then some of my pre-sketches I did for the different characters. Anyhow, this little booklet here is $5 plus postage. So if anybody's interested in one of these booklets, it's 20 pages of my pencils from Earth 2. It's kind of the best of from my 6 issues I did. I picked the best pages. This is one of the last pages here. Nice Power Girl and Valzad there flying up. So these are $5 plus postage. You're looking at about a little under $10 total. $10. We'll just say $10. That includes postage. If anybody's interested in this, contact me. Anyhow, back to this. So walking down the steps here, drawing the team shot, and then zoom in a little closer. Power Girl's doing a little chatting. Oh, they get to this doorway. Uh-oh. I like drawing tech stuff like this. They get to this doorway that has a piece of debris right in front of it. Power Girl's like, no problem. I can get rid of that because I'm Power Girl. Swing. Throws it out of the way. The door opens up. Valzad's like, that's my girl. Get that stuff out the way. Yes. Huntress is like, man, I got to draw the Huntress. I got to draw some cool characters. Huntress is like, way to go, Power Girl. Let me in there. Oh, what do they see? They're shocked. Dun, dun, dun. The tension is building. What are they looking at? Huntress is like, oh, wow, these guys, oh man, what are we seeing? What are we seeing? Let's turn the page. Oh, that's not good. Bunch of creepy crawly things. Bunch of mutated creatures and stuff in this lab is what they're seeing. Earth 2 Batman looks like Todd McFarlane DC Multiverse. Well, yeah, I mean, that's who it's based on. This is, isn't this Batman not Bruce Wayne, but his dad? I don't remember. But I do remember this first panel was fun to draw. Right there, of these mutated monster-like dudes here. They're like, oh, look at these guys. They're gross. Gross. Yucky poo. Yuck. But they're heroes. They dive right into the fight. They're like, we got this. Batman's like, kapow! Look at that. He knocks a jaw right off one of these dudes. It's like The Walking Dead. And then Huntress is like, I got this. Headlock. No need to punch a jaw off of somebody, Batman. That's not cool. Batman's like, I don't care what you say. Punch. Knocks a jaw right off this dude as well. Damn, yo. Owie. Ow. Ow. And they're just having to get their way through this facility because, as you can see in the first panel, this lab and this hall go on for quite a while. Look at that perspective. So they're knocking their way through the doorways here. Red Tornado's doing her thing. Power Girl's like, punch to this guy. And then, uh-oh, the door slams behind him. Power Girl's like, what the? So we got Power Girl here. Door slams behind her. Door slams in front of her. Oh, no. This isn't good. Huntress is like, hold on here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Huntress is like, no, we're locked away. What are we going to do? Oh, Earth 2 is Bruce Flashpoint. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Thank you for the correction. Batman's like, Stop your fretting, lady. Huntress, you're supposed to be a strong female lead. Don't whine over this. We'll take care of it. She's like, oh, look, there are doctors there huddled in the corner that we must save. Her maternal instinct must be kicking in. She's like, doctors? Yay, no need to apologize. Buddy, you're good. It's all good. I have a Joe Staten Huntress splash page. I enjoy. Wow, that's cool. I have a Hal Jordan Green Lantern splash page by Joe. So, and I have a Power Girl Who's Who page that Joe did as well. Let's see if I can find it, share with you guys. Hold on here. Now you got me going down a rabbit hole. Let's see if I can find it to share with you guys. I bet it's probably worth some money right now too. No. Looking for it. Let's see. I believe it was from a Who's Who. Who's Who? Oh yeah. Well, I didn't find the original art, but so I own this page right here. This Power Girl. I own this original art. That is in my collection. And I must say it's a very nice piece by Mr. Joe Staten. So since you brought it up, I thought I'd share. Okay, back to the storytelling. She's like, we got to go help those doctors. Batman's like, are you crazy? There's not much we can do. They might change. Since when has Batman become a poo nanny? He should always be about helping people. She's like, are you guys okay? Batman, we have to help. Dun, dun, dun. Would you have liked to work for Charlton like Joe? That was way before my time, but if I could have drawn like E-Man, I would have loved that. I love E-Man as a character. So E-Man's the one Charlton character. Well, E-Man, Captain Atom, Turn the page and Power Girl. Okay, so this is a problem I kind of had with the writing in this book. I don't like to totally diss writers, but this was a new writer to comics, if I remember correctly. From what I understand, Power Girl's very strong. And the fact that she can't punch through that door and Valzad can't punch through that door like it's nothing or tear it open struck me as a little weird. But, I'm just a hired pencil jockey. So I was like, hey, draw what I'm told. So maybe that door's made out of really, 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 really strong stuff. I don't know. But I would expect Power Girl and Valzad here could punch through this door, no problem. But hey, I just draw what I'm told, and that's what I was told to draw. So anyhow, we got Red Tornado talking to a doctor. Doctor, I don't throw shade nearly as well as Fraga does. I like to be nice. It was her first writing job. Supposedly, I was told that this was co-written with Tom Taylor. I believe Tom Taylor was the writer originally on Earth 2, and I was told that the writer that wrote this was co-writing it with Tom Taylor. But as far as I could tell, Tom didn't have much to do with it other than still having his name on the book. I don't know. I just thought this was stupid. They should be able to punch through that door easier. We get to this other shot here. I can't remember the room, but this room was previously established, and we got Mr. Miracle and Mr. Terrific, and I can't remember who the dude is in the suit. Adamantium, maybe it was. Be the better man, Andy. I live up to Aaron's credo. Anyhow, then we cut into where this super collider thing is, and we've got these creatures. I think these are boom tubes, if I remember correctly, but they're coming into where these scientists are and stuff, and these scientists are like, oh no, gotta get up on out of here. I gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing I ever do, I gotta get out of this place. How you like that? Yeah, I know how to do it. I know how to do it. Anyhow, so yeah, these dudes, these scientists are like, we got to get up on out of here. That's right, female red tornado. I think this doctor was basically saying, my coworkers are trapped. So I found some reference on what this thing looked like, this super collider thingy majig. And then I added other details and stuff just because, you know, it's comics. But female red tornado is like, oh no, what to do? What to do? Batman is just like, ugh, I'm not having any of this. Come on. Now, this is one of those things working with a newbie writer. You're like, hey, panel 2 and 3 are the exact same. Why are panel 2 and 3 the same? Well, I'll tell you. So basically, the Huntress here, I believe Batman might be saying something in this first panel. The Huntress asks him a question, and as she's doing her bandaging up and stuff, see, you've got the bandaging up material here on the ground. Zoom in a little bit. Right here, you got the scissors and medical stuff right here. But anyhow, the writer says Batman takes a moment, takes a beat, and then answers the question. Well, in comics, to take a beat, you have to that's a period of time. And the way you show time in comics is through panels. So this first panel is silent, and I think this second panel might have been silent as well. And then he answers the question here in this fourth panel. So basically, she's like, Batman, we should go do this. What do you think? He's pondering it. He's pondering it in this other panel, and then he answers the question. So that's how you show a little moment of time. And then, of course, I want to do a nice, cool shot of Batman here as she's like, what? What are you saying? I will say, if I were to redraw this first panel here, I would have thrown the cape over her body and not cover up her back and stuff. So I would have tossed the cape over her left side of her body, thrown it on the floor that way instead of covering up all her back and stuff. So, what are you going to do? It is the little moments. Andy Smith in bold lettering, dope. Oh, that's a stamp. So when I don't ink my own pages, to make sure they get returned to me, because all these were inked on their originals. So to make sure my artwork wasn't confused with anybody else, I learned this years ago from John Beatty. Back when I got in the business, John had a stamp that he would put on the back of every page that said John Beatty art. So then there was no confusion who did the art. So when these pages were in the DC office and it was time for the art returns, there was no confusion of who drew it. It was like, oh, Andy Smith drew this. This art goes back to Andy Smith. So that's why I did that. So anyhow, she's like, what? How could you say something like that? And, you know, Batman's like, because I'm Batman and I'm blah, 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 you know, whatever. And she's like, if you insist. He's like, yes, I insist. Now I'm out of here. Oh, there's a little tiff between these two as they turn their backs on each other. Not cool. Back to the lab. Red Tornado being nice. Nice tidbit of knowledge. Yeah, there you go. See, that's why I'm here. But now since I ink all my own stuff, I don't have to use my stamp. It just sits there collecting dust. Anyhow, back to the old lab. She's like, come over this way, talk to your people. And then this is what she sees on the screen. So on one screen, she sees these monster mutations creeping through the collider. On another screen, she's talking to Valzad and Power Girl, and they're like, what? What are you saying? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then we get a long shot of the city. I can't remember where this was taking place. Forgive me. And then Power Girl's like, we can save them. Come with me, Valzad. Okay, if you say so. Boom! Look at that. Kick the door open. See, remember, once again, we read left to right. So since we read left to right, I want to get the feeling of that door being smashed in by her foot. She's so powerful, she kicks that door in, happens to smash right into one of the monsters here. The other monster's like, whoa, what's that? What's going on? Dun, 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 dun. They're going to have to get in there and do some beating down of these monsters. By the way, I own all, so, you know, these were 20-page books, if I remember correctly. That means in regards to art returns, I got 14 pages and the penciler got 6. If I remember correctly, that's the split. I did ask Trevor if he sold his pages, please sell them to me. But Trevor said that he holds on to his artwork as well. So as far as I know, Trevor hasn't sold any of these pages from this book. I haven't seen any of these for sale. So I have my cut of the book and Trevor has his. And I keep my eye out. If I ever see these for sale, I will try and buy them because I really like what Trevor did on the inks over my art. So there you go. Cut back to Batman and Huntress. Oh, look at that. One of the monsters poked its claw bestial type hand through the door. The doctor's like, oh, that's not good. Batman's like, get out of my way. I'll handle this, in his Batman voice. Did you look at Super Collider Ref? I did. I Googled it, found as much as I could. Super Collector Andy, I am. Yeah, I tried to find as much as I could for reference. He's like, get back out of the way. We'll handle this. Beefy Batman here. Batman. You got the monsters there. Huntress is like, I got this. Now, if I remember correctly in the script, this panel here of Huntress, Danky Frankie, hello. If I remember here in the script, Huntress, this was one panel. So it's supposed to be the Huntress firing with her automatic crossbow, hitting the monsters all in the same panel. And I was like, that's a lot for one panel. So I said, let's do a nice cool shot of the Huntress here. Like, I got this. Step out the way, Batman. Slamming into, with her crossbow things, slamming into these monster dudes. And Batman's like, whoa, that was pretty badass, Huntress. And she's like, yo, I can hold my own. Look at me, smirky, smirky. I can hold my own. I'm a strong woman. Yeah. And look at me, I'm hot too. Cut back. Power Girl and Valzad are like, you fly in one direction, I'll fly in the other direction. Uh-oh, I got a sneeze coming on. Rimdo, what's up? How are you? Thank you for joining the show. I hope you please subscribe to the channel. Remember, subscriptions matter and they're free. Unlike magazines that come once a month, you get this daily for free from subscribing. Huntress looks a little like George Perez. Well, that's a nice compliment. So anyhow, Power Girl and Valzad are like, you fly in one direction, I'll fly in the other. We'll meet in the middle and blow these guys up with a big power boom from smashing each other. Like, okay. So he flies off this way. And then we got a nice shot of Power Girl. Shoo, flying really fast. Power Girl's chest is my kind of stunning and brave. Why, thank you. I know what you're doing there. She's like, let's go and do this. Flying super fast. And he's like, yes. So, I drew some background here, but I didn't want to give too much detail because I'm trying to give the illusion of speed. And if something's flying by really fast, you're not going to see lots of details in the backgrounds. So I really tried to just give that illusion. And then they cross each other's path as they're flying, ripping monsters' heads off and stuff in their way. Shoo, 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 shoo. Of course, it's Power Girl, of course. And then we get another page of speed from a different angle. Man, they're building up speed, building up momentum. Dun, dun, dun. I'm listening while working, had to do a double tape because I thought Devil Flower meant that Huntress had a beard and wore a Hawaiian shirt when you said it looked like, hey now. Another panel of them flying super fast. Shoo, 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 shoo. And then tense close-ups. Oh no, what is happening here? What page is this? Page 14. Intense close-ups. Dun, dun, dun. Next page. Shaboom. They meet in the middle. Boom. Big power blast. Try to get some Walt Simonson type action. They're releasing all this energy. Meeting in the middle. Colliding in the super collider. See what I did there? Now here's the funny thing. When I imagined this page in my head and read it on the script, I was like, oh man, this page needs a big sound effect right up here in this dead space. They are their own collider. That was the point. So there needs to be a big sound effect. So I emailed the editor and the writer and I said, hey, I think this page deserves one of those big John Workman and sound effects. And if you're like, who's John Workman? John Workman is one of the best letterers in the business. Him and Walt Simonson have been working together for years. Like, I believe they started working together maybe on Thor, and then wherever Walt goes, John Workman would go to do the lettering. He's known for those big, powerful sound effects. And I said, this page needs a big, powerful sound effect. What do you guys think? And I expected the writer to go, that sounds great. Let me write something up. Instead, I got an email back going, oh, that's a good idea. What do you suggest? And I'm like, oh, I thought you were the writer of the book and you would figure out what the sound effect says. Okay, how about this? And I suggested a sound effect, and the writer and the editor were like, great, that's what we'll do. So I'm like, geez, learn the language of comics, would you? The language of comics means a page like this needs a big sound effect. It's not taking place in a vacuum where there's no sound. Come on now, let's get a big sound effect going. So there's my little bit of writing. Hyper Kaiju. Krakoom might have been the sound effect I suggested, but I don't remember. Freaking yo, what's up, Hyper Kaiju? Just imagine if you like art like this, then you should back First Man 2 Learning Curve to get more fantastical art like this. AJ says, does Workman still letter by hand or is he switched to digital? That's a very good question. I don't know the answer for. Got paid for extra writing or lettering? I didn't letter it, and no, just for that one little suggestion, I wouldn't expect to get paid. It's a team effort. There it is, the link for First Man 2 Learning Curve. Please back it now. Back it now. Back it proud. Time for a commercial break. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you, sponsored by First Man 2 Learning Curve. Get the exciting, action-packed superhero adventure of your life when First Man returns. Here now, 64-page square-bound graphic novel, along with The Art of Andy Smith Black Book, 112 pages of fantastic artwork over Andy's 30-year career. Get them both now. First Man 2 Learning Curve. And for those that like to sport their First Man fashion, get this great t-shirt as well. Back to the show. Turn the page. The energy that they created. So they created all this energy from hitting each other like that. I don't understand how any of this works. Basically, Power Girl and Superman smash into each other and create so much energy that it comes radiating down the halls of the super collider. Batman and Huntress slam the doors shut to protect themselves from the outburst of energy as that energy destroys all the monsters left inside the super collider. So they're all, turning to dust and whatnot. Yeah, I don't understand the physics of them creating that much energy from slamming into each other. It's like, okay, I'll take your word for it. That's what happened. That's cool. No problem. Huntress is like, yeah, we did it. Batman's like, yeah, we did. The doctors, professors are like, we just saved the town. Yay. So we show the town again. Everything's fine. No big explosions there. So look, it's one of those few times Batman's smiling like, that's right. We did it. Word. We should high five or maybe go back to the Bat Cave. Bow chicka wow wow. Ka-chicka wow wow. Bow chicka wow wow. Ka-chicka wow wow. Because I don't think this Batman and Huntress are related, so they could have a little. Oh, yeah. That's what we're talking about. So this was a fun page. I don't know if I own this original or not. I can't remember. But man, I enjoyed drawing the Huntress in that costume. Shelley Lopresti would understand the fit. You're right, she would. This was fun. Really dig the Huntress in that costume. Day is saved. God, I would have loved to have seen. Trevor Scott did an awesome job inking this stuff, but I got to be honest. Some of these shots, like this panel right here, I would love to have seen Kevin Nolan ink this panel. Would have just been so cool to see Kevin slap some inks down on that. Or this panel. Would have been very cool to see Kevin ink this panel as well. So then we get to some of the last pages of the book. Oh, look, they're still holding hands, looking deeply in each other's eyes as the energy is dispersing off of them. They're like, oh. She's like, is that kryptonite in your pocket? Is that a crystal in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? Oh, excuse me. He. And they look up to the hatch above. Now, this is total BS right here, but it's comics, so you can do it. Justin Ward in the house. Morning. How do you have that level of enthusiasm this early in the morning? Caffeine does wonders to a body. Um, so in the actual super collider, there is no hatch to the outside. Um, my love for Kevin Nolan's getting uncomfortable. I can't help it. That guy's awesome. I want to see him ink my stuff. So basically, there is no, as far as I could tell from the referencing I did, there is no hatch on the ceiling underground because this is way underground. So, they look up at the hatch and they're like, let's get up on out of here. Swing, and they go up on out. Phew, phew. And then we cut to the nice shot in space of the happy couple. I don't know where they're going. I can't remember, but I was like, hey, here's the Earth with some cloud coverage, dot in some lights, dot, dot, dot. And she's like, yeah, we did it. Yay. That is Helena Wayne, but the original Batman died, and you were right. That is Thomas Wayne. Oh, okay. Pre-crisis, I think they got it on. Now she probably goes for Power Girl. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, man, when you say stuff like that, I just think, oh, man, you say stuff like that, and I think to myself, oh, my, oh, my. Get rid of the all caps and I'll say hi. Oh, come on. He's excited like me. So she's like, yeah, let's go. I think I do own this page. Thank God. I love this page. I love this shot. Power Girl. I did not the real Superman, but I got to draw a cool shot of Valzad right here. So that's cool. Flying off into space, looking all tough and stuff. HR tough and stuff. Do 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 do. And then, oh, that's just it. They go up to the sun to recharge. That's what they were doing. So this is the sun, of course, way, 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 way back in the distance. So a nice silhouette of them, silhouetted by the sun. And then they're holding each other's hands as they recharge. So I did some nice rim lighting here because this right behind them is just supposed to be the glowy sun. I'm pretty sure the colors did a good job. Then they come back down to Earth as they leave this complex behind. You've got the surviving doctors or scientists. That's right. The surviving scientists getting into the van. Get into the van down by the river. As Red Tornado's like, we did it. And they come back down. Power Girl and Valzad are like, good to see you all made it out alive. The Huntress is like, of course we did. And the Huntress, she works out. So she's got some abdominal muscles going on there. And then Batman is like, I am Batman. Dun, dun, dun. Now, I'll be honest. I love drawing Batman. And then AJ, you're going to hear it again. If I could get Kevin Nolan to ink this panel, I would. I would pay Kevin his full page rate just to ink this one panel right here. Anyhow, yeah, I know lots of people when they draw Batman, they're like, "Oh, I got to make Batman really dark and mysterious, so I'm gonna cover up off Batman's figure with his cape." Oh no, I'm like Batman works out. Batman's built. He's like, I like showing off. I like showing off my workout, what I do for a living. So there you go. Exactly, TC. Where is Kevin Nolan? He needs to be here inking this. I'll have to ask him. So that's how this book ended. Right here. Who is Kevin Nolan? He is just one of the best all-around artists in the business that doesn't do enough work. He's an all-around. He designed the Hellboy logo. Among other logos, he's a great letterer, but show us some Nolan, Andy, ink stuff sometime. Oh, I will. It's just not going to be over me because he's never inked me, but I'll have to do that. Kevin is a great penciler, a great inker, a great colorist, a great painter. The man just does it all. I will have to do a Love for Kevin Nolan stream one time. I should write that down so I don't forget. I am going to write that down. Hold on. I'm going to jot that down. I don't want to forget that. I could talk about Kevin Nolan forever. I have a nice art book of his too. So there you go. Justin says Anna had her own Power Girl moment herself when it was good. What? What are you talking about? So there's that. Getting back, let's see, back to the first page. I got some other stuff I can show you guys. Oh, I've got a ton of his comics work. Batman and Outsiders Annual was fantastic. Love that. Let me see the other stuff I can show you guys. Oh, here we go. So before I drew the book, because I knew I was going to be on it for a while, I thought, I should draw the characters so I can get used to them. So I did. So I drew Batman. I drew Valzad. And, for Batman, I did quote unquote full pencils because I want to see how I was going to pencil his costume because he wears a very dark gray costume. Zoom in a little bit here. So we got the old Batman going on here. I wonder if I can move this. Nope. Let's see. I'll solo lay out this. There we go. Nolan did do some great Defenders covers. 133. Let me see what 133 is. I got to remember. That rings a bell, and I believe I know which one it is. Oh, yes. This is one of my favorite Kevin Nolan covers right here. I love this issue. Alan Kupperberg did the art inside of it, but I love this cover. I just love Kevin's inking and his lighting and stuff. So nice. So thank you for bringing up that cover. That is great. So anyhow, I drew Valzad. I pictured Valzad as being a little lean. From what I could tell, he was a leaner character. And then I can't remember what this Superman was from the book, but and I didn't know when I did these, I didn't know what characters I was going to be drawing. So I know there was this version of Superman in the book who had this big metal plate S with a chain and stuff. And he was huge, so I wanted to give him a distinct body type. So that's what I did for him. The Thomas Wayne emblem is nice. I like that Batman emblem. Yes, he did. That is great stuff. Then, of course, I did my shot of the Huntress, Power Girl, and Green Lantern, who I did not get to draw. Unfortunately, I really hoped I was going to get to draw Green Lantern, but I didn't. But, I got to draw the Huntress. So my version of the Huntress here. Looking dope. Power Girl. And then Green Lantern, which, like I said, I did not get to draw. But once again, I like to do different body shapes for characters when I draw them. And let's see. I did get to draw this Flash in a later issue, so that was fun. I did get to draw him, lean and mean Flash. I did get to draw this Hawk Woman. in a later issue. And of course, there is Red Tornado looking fine. I like your lean figure work. First man looks more serious, prime, beefy. First man is supposed to be beefy. He's supposed to be. First man is supposed to be 7 feet tall, 300 pounds, beef. The Power Girl looks like editorial was holding you back. Penumbra's more vivacious. Oh, editorial did actually hold me back in a few instances. Red Tornado is Lois Lane, if I remember correctly. Yeah, no, editorial did hold me back, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's see. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Uh, oh, here are some colors real quick. Here are colors to the stuff. Huntress costume looks like something you'd see in the 50s. Oh, come on now. Who was the editor? I don't remember. So this sun, I would like to have seen a little brighter. I would like to have seen the outline of the sun here knocked out in a color hold. And then here, they did the main part of the sun bright in the lower left corner, but it should have been the brightness right here in the center. Because right here, they're pretty much centered. So the brightness should have been right here in the center of the panel. But what do you want to do? Other than that, I like the coloring. So you can see Trevor's inks turned out really nice on this stuff. Here's another page. They still got the energy. They're like, we got to disperse this energy, fly up into space. Here's the big energy coming down. I'm going backwards. The super collider. Shut the door. Blah. I love this panel right here of them being blasted. This came out awesome. That's fantastic. Man, Trevor Scott did such an awesome job inking this stuff. Holy crap. Just a fantastic job. And then here in color, this is like the super collider under the ground. So you can see how big this super collider is. And it's just kind of lit up. Let's see. Red Tornado taking her over. It would have been cool if they took this panel here and popped it in one of these screens. So if I was inking this job, I would have taken this panel and statted it into one of these screens and taken this panel and statted it into one of these screens as well. Kevin Nolan did the cover to the Epic Collection. He isn't credited with any covers. Why didn't they? Really? He did the cover to it? What's the cover? What cover did they use? I do like how the colors did these horizontal lines to make it look like it's on a screen. And then we see the city that they could possibly blow up. And it's like, go, let's save this. Kick. Oh, this coloring did turn out nice. I love these red lights right here. Because, when shit's going down, the lights go red. Oh, yeah. No, I hear you. I don't mind the Huntress costume. So lights go red when shit's going down. And you can hear the noise. He's like, no, don't do this. I must save these people. You're a heartless bastard, but I'm not. What? Here's the monsters there. Oh, you guys are coming after me, huh? Well, you guys are in for some shit now. Yes, I'll show you. It was really annoying what I had to do. So there you go. Man, this color came out really nice. I cannot remember who the colorist was. That's it for that. All right, let me show you. Let me see. All right, let's see. Defender's Epic Collection, Volume 8. Oh, this cover. Yep, that's Kevin Nolan. Okay, let me get back. So I'll split screen this for you guys so you can see a before and after. Give me a second. I'm just hooking up this double screenage here. Okay. Okay, so it's not huge. Two things on this page. I had to make her boobages smaller. Her boobages were too big. I gave Red Tornado boobages that were a little too big. So there's that. Let's see. I don't think I had to tone down her butt. No, her butt's the same. So I toned down her boobages, but this was the big one. This one drove me crazy. So you see how the Huntress here, basically it's kind of like a shirt where you see the boobs and then the line for the cleavage or for the boobs underneath. Well, the way I originally drew it was I drew the boobies. Sorry about that. I drew the boobagers separate because that's how a lot of my favorite artists do it. Alan Davis draws them that way. Jim Lee draws the boobages separate like that as well. So that's how I do it. And they said, oh, no, 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 no. You need to redraw that to make it look like this. We cannot have separate boobages. So I had to do that. I did it on this page as well. I had to go in on this page of the Huntress right there. As well and redraw them. As you can see, let's see, what other panel? This panel right here, I drew her with separate boobages because she has two of them. But they were like, no, 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 no. She could only have one area going across. I think that, oh, yep, had to do it on this page as well. So that's the after, and this is the before. So before and after, and it just Excelsior Uniboobs makes her chest look bigger. Good boob clops, Cyclops boobs. I mean, I get in real life if a woman that's well endowed up top is wearing a t-shirt, obviously, unless it's a wet t-shirt, you're not going to see the cleavage. But in superhero comics, drawn by guys that I admire, like Alan Davis and Jim Lee, this is how they do it right here. And this is how I've always drawn chicks in costumes. But they said, no, you can't do that. And I was just like, yeah, I'd love to see you tell Jim Lee that he can't do that. So how dare you draw a character or a model? For shame. Exactly. Great Caesar's ghost, I know. I think, I don't know if this page I did. Let's see. So this is them there. Yep. This is how far I got into the book. So the editor himself, the actual editor, didn't have a problem with it. Let's see. Did you think about making the guys' packages bigger and see if they noticed? I did not. Think about it. There would be more support separated. Exactly. So this made it all the way to edit to the main editor because I had to send these pages in as JPEGs, and then somebody looked at them, and who knows? It was a woman writing the book, so maybe it was the writer, but somebody looked at it and said, "Oh my God, we can't have that. No, stop that. Redraw, redraw, redraw. Ring, 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 ring." Oh yeah, so even here, it's like, hello. So yeah, so I had to do a little redrawing. Kind of annoyed me. I will say, because it's stupid. Let's see. There she has Uniboob. That was it. So that was it for the redraws. By the time I got to this page, page 27, I guess everything was settled. No, I still had the paper, so I did it on the paper. That's right. They're more aerodynamic. Guess I was Kevin Nolan fan. Didn't know it. Exactly. No, Gail Simone was not the writer. I think it was Marguerite Bennett was the writer. Nice girl. Nice woman. I've met her at a convention. Very nice. But this is one of her first professional writing gigs. I don't know if she was cut out to write superhero stuff, but whatever. She's like, "Oh, I'm angry that they made me adjust my boobages. How dare they make me adjust my boobages?" So, what are you going to do? It didn't take me long. It wasn't that much of a pain. It's just the double standard that I hate. I hate double standards. And it was a big double standard. So that just that drove me crazy. I really don't like double standards. So this is still one of my favorite panels in the book right here. So still like this panel a lot. Fun to do. So yeah. No relation at all, and the last name is spelled differently for both those gentlemen. You spelled Graham Nolan's last name right. Kevin Nolan's is spelled different. So yeah, no relation. Of course they wouldn't. Jim Lee would be like, "You guys can suck it. You're not telling me what to redraw." And it's ridiculous. Yeah, no, of course. It's just stupid. Stupid. Let's see. Well, guys, I'm going to have to go because, nope, it's spelled like this. That's how it's spelled. Kevin Nolan. By the way, if any of you guys ever did watch this on Facebook for 30 days, I'm not allowed to live stream on Facebook for 30 days because I posted something about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial yesterday. Just my opinion on it. And after about 17 hours, Facebook said it was against their community standards and said I cannot live stream for 30 days. So this will be YouTube only for the next 30 days. Get out those erasers and get in line, artist. I am going to work on your funny book. Let me tell you, I'll be honest. This is honest truth here. So I was working on a page Monday. It wasn't a full splash page, and I can't show it because spoilers. But I was working on a page of First Man Monday, page 24. I can tell you the page number. Not a full splash page, but like 3/4 splash page, big figure. of Adonis on the page. And man, I was struggling so hard. It's a good thing that whiteout doesn't show up on scans because it's a full figure. I'm on page 24. It's a full figure of Adonis on the page. And I had the whole thing penciled. And then I was like, oh, I don't like the legs. So I redrew the legs like 3 times. And then I was like, oh, I don't like this one arm. So I redrew this one arm a couple times. I stayed up till 1 a.m. Monday night after the Comic Kings show was over. I went back to my desk and worked on it more till 1 a.m. Got up at 6:30 yesterday, took my daughter to work, came back up here, finished penciling it, inked the whole figure, but something was still bothering me in the torso from like the below the neck to the waist so bad that I redrew it on the back, copied it, printed it out. I took whiteout to his whole torso, not his arms. His arms were fine, but from here to his waist, I used so much whiteout, redrew over top the whiteout, the torso, and then re-inked it. So it's old school looking. There's tons of whiteout on it, but I'm happy with the page. Find Crowder Stream. Oh, dude, I watched that whole Crowder Stream live. I'm a member of Mug Club, proud member of Mug Club. My mug is over there on my bookshelf. And I watched Crowder Stream live yesterday. It was a great breakdown. And because of that, I posted what I did. I posted the exact same thing on Twitter. I noticed you download videos while on Kings. I download videos. I notice you download videos while on Kings. I don't know what that means. So I posted, if you want to see what I posted on Facebook, just go to Twitter. I posted the exact same thing on Twitter that I posted on Facebook, and somebody blew the whistle on me on Facebook for nothing. I didn't say anything except my opinion. And I got pulled from live streaming. Do you draw your pages sequentially? Nope, I draw sequentially. I have to work in order. It's my OCD. So yes, I draw the pages sequentially. Oh, I see what you're saying. Upload your vids. Oh, I just did that because I knew I wasn't going to live stream Tuesday. So I figured while I was on the stream Monday on the Kings and I wasn't talking, I might as well make use of my time. So I did. Exactly. Wrong think is punished. Yeah. So basically all I said was from all the video evidence I've seen in the trial. So I watched all the Crowder stream yesterday for 3 hours on the Rittenhouse trial. So I watched the prosecution opening statements. I watched the opening statements from the defense. And before that, I saw a lot of videos. I saw lawyers break down the videos and stuff of the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff. And basically I said, I think it was self-defense. I'd rule him innocent, self-defense. And he was also charged for, he has multiple charges against him. And one of the charges is for carrying a gun illegally. So in the comments, somebody asked about that. And I said, I could see finding him guilty for that. And that's a misdemeanor charge because he was technically carrying a gun illegally for his age. So, because if I remember correctly, at 17 years of age, he's allowed to carry that type of gun for hunting purposes, but not out in the open like he was. So he could be charged for that. So, okay, find him guilty on that. But everything else, I think, is self-defense. So whatever. It just drives me crazy. It's such BS. I think it was self-defense. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Dennis and I on the Dennis and Andy show are going to be talking about the Image Comics formation of the union from some of the employees as well. Want to get Dennis's take on it. So join us later for that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Frankie. Welcome to 1984. I lived through 1984. I thought it was over. Submit and obey. It was clearly self-defense. This trial is stupid, but a school shooter gets to chill at home and be celebrated. Which one are you talking about? Exactly. It's not allowed. That opinion. I've actually had people say to me that he went hunting that night. He literally took the gun to that area of town to go hunting. Somebody said that in my comment. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want this to be pulled down. The Texas one, I thought the Texas one, the one that just happened, I thought he was under arrest. The Dennis and Andy Show is here. Let me post the link for the Dennis and Andy Show. You can find this on YouTube. Just search Dennis and Andy Show. But you asked, I shall post a link to it. Give me 1 second. They let him out? Really? Well, I think we know why they let him out. Let's be real. I think we know. Let's see. Guys, anybody watching now, please go over to this link and subscribe. We are over 1,000 subscribers. So please go over and subscribe to our channel. Dennis, we do a live show once a week on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, but Dennis does lots of comic book flip-throughs, quick flips that are a minute long, and you can just see, he'll flip through a new book that came out, so you can see it, see if you want to buy it. He also does 10 to 12-minute comic book reviews as well. So he'll review a book. So if you like the review, and Dennis has really good taste, he can buy it. Can we expect more Earth 2 pages? Yeah, I'll do another issue of Earth 2. I'll probably combine a couple issues because some issues I only drew like 6 pages in. So there you go. Guys, thank you for joining me as always. I appreciate it so much. Remember, go back First Man 2 Learning Curve if you haven't. It's because of you guys that I'm able to go sit at my desk and draw First Man. My power is going to be cut off at 9 o'clock, so supposedly in about 20 minutes or before, who knows. So until next time, guys, remember, I'm always bringing this back. I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. Go ahead, go with it. Go ahead, go with it. Go ahead, go with it.